the rights to Jason Bourne are up for grabs. This comes from The Hollywood Reporter. Meetings have occurred with Apple, Netflix, and Skydance for the reboot. The last film, like we mentioned, was nearly a decade ago. No word on Matt Damon involvements, which is interesting. Now, something the article does go on to say as well, and other trade reports on this, is that there's a possibility that Universal does win the rights back, but they are for sale. So, Universal would have to really fight to keep them, is kind of where we're at. And I have a lot of thoughts on this. So, one, really sad that the Edward Berger movie is not working out, because I was very interested to see where that movie was going to go. And I think that this no longer happening maybe opens up him to direct Bond. Maybe. Just throwing it out there.
Well,
but
I don't. Sorry to interject. I wouldn't say that depending on how this plays out counts him out. I mean, you had
I don't know.
If it went to
the
Apple, you have
article,
Martin Scorsese working with it, and
yeah. But
Edward Berger, if it
the
goes to
article
Netflix,
the
yeah.
article was just talking about how he just was done, kind of like it just fell
Yeah, but
apart.
he had a great relationship with Netflix with All Quiet on the Western Front, and that had a ton of Oscar nominations, and he has a great relationship with them. I could see Netflix picking it up, overpaying for it, and then going to him and being like, "Hey, you still want to do this?"
I mean, it's a possibility, but this is where I kind of want to get into it now. I don't want fucking Netflix to get the rights to Jason Bourne. I don't want that at all. I would rather that not happen. Because if Netflix gets the rights to Jason Bourne, I think we're looking at a potential situation of Amazon with the rights to James Bond. I don't want to live in the timeline where Amazon has Bond and Netflix has Bourne. I don't want that. And it's like, now granted, let me also say, I'm assuming Amazon will do a bad job with James Bond. Maybe they stick to theatrical films and they're great. That's possible. And if they are great, I will be here to say it. However, based on everything that happened with the Broccoli's, it does not look like that's going to be the case. And with this, look, even Apple, I don't know if I would love it, because Apple has recently regretted putting films in theaters because they gave budgets to movies that should not have gotten the budgets that they got, and then they did poorly theatrically. So I wonder, if Apple were to get the rights, does it suddenly... are they not going to be theatrical anymore? And I think that's where I'm at. I want Bourne to be theatrical.